Good morning, everyone. Sorry, little pause there. Today is Tuesday. Tuesdays we go into the emotional body of your aura, the second level of your aura, second day of the week, second level of the aura. And what are we going to practice today? I want to say a little something about the second level of your aura, the emotional body. This is the level that most of us are focused on. If you go to therapy, it's probably because there are feelings about yourself happening in the emotional body. This is the level of emotional flow, but feelings about yourself personally. And when the pastel colors get heavy here, get clogged up, we can't feel our emotions, or we're feeling a lot of what we would call negative emotions, depression, anxiety, all kinds of those big struggles. So it's a really important level of the field, and it's one that a lot of us are focused on a lot, just feeling good about ourselves. What are our needs on this level of our field? What do we need to feel on this level to be healthy, to have vitality, to have good flow of energy? We need self-love. We need to feel good about ourselves. We need to like and love ourselves. So, what are we going to practice today? I didn't get a post out on social media yesterday for us to follow. It takes a little time to do that, but we're just going to sink right in to the body, to this level of your energy field, and we're going to meet your inner child today. Because when we're growing up, we're very present in this level of our field. We're kind of just in our interaction with the world from this emotional space of delight, or we're very responsive. So this is the level of your consciousness where you also reconnect with those younger parts of yourself, either that are frozen in time as a block in your energy field at the different ages where you have wounds, where something was too overwhelming, too painful to process, so you froze those feelings in your energy field as consciousness, as a block. So a lot of the work that we do when we're doing personal healing work, right, is we're going back and we're actually touching into, running into these regressed parts of ourselves that are frozen in the second level of the field in certain emotional experiences we weren't able to process, or traumas, overwhelming events that also got frozen in the field. Okay, let me have one more sip of my smoothie. And again, hello to those of you who might be watching this later in the day or on YouTube. Drop in and practice with us. So if you come in late, just pop in the comments and let me know you're here. Yes, that is the beautiful morning sun that is coming in my window at 8 a.m. when I do these in the morning. I'm in my office today. Everyone always really loves that piece of artwork behind me, which is a wool felted piece by a friend of mine. So we're going to practice. Let's go see what's in the second level of your field today. Start as always by softly sinking into your physical body. I feel like I'm coming in for a nice soft landing today into my physical sensations. So you want to just drop in. Start by pouring consciousness just into the physical container that is your landing pad for all of these 7 different dimensions of your auric field. Sinking down into the lower back, sliding down your tailbone and inhabiting it. Dropping into your belly. Yep, and drop into the crease of your thigh, where your thigh and your front body meets your pelvis. Just slide some consciousness into that area. Actually feel the back of your thighs sitting on whatever they're sitting on. Flow your awareness down through your knees. Can you feel any sensation in your ankles and your feet and your calves? Feel your ribs in your rib cage. And just take a quiet moment just to kind of be in your body. This in itself can be just a really beautiful way to start your day and to come out of the mind if it's already busy with your to-do list for the day. Just inhabit your body. It's really saying let your energy field through awareness really rest in your body. And then shift your attention around your body by about, let's say 3 to 6 inches. Expand your bubble of awareness. This is how far out your emotional body extends. And of course, it descends and penetrates through the level below it, the etheric body, which we work on Mondays, and into your physical body. Just imagine it's composed of pastel colors that look like clouds of energy flowing around and through you. These are your feelings. And just take a moment, if you're visual, to imagine pastel clouds of color kind of flowing in and around your body. You don't need to be able to see energy fields to do this work. What you'll start to feel is areas in the body that feel more dense and more heavy, or there's discomfort. These are also going to be areas where the clouds of color on this level are heavier or blocked. As you imagine those pastel colors flowing around you, you'll feel areas of your body through sensations that feel easier, feel like there's some flow and some movement. My body's already moving, wanting to get into this because energy is not static. For me, there's like a big heaviness in my upper lower back. It's really just in the area of the back of my third chakra that's got my curiosity today. A pretty good flow around my shoulders, chest, arms. It's sort of like not quite tingling sensations, but just, I don't know, just feels lighter, happier. All right, think a self-loving thought if you can. I want you to think about something that you like or love about yourself, or are delighted about yourself, or something you've done recently in your life that you feel really great about. Just tune into something that you love about yourself, the way you move through the world, the way you are with people, the way you do what you do. funny, I'm not thinking about a particular incident. It's just like this lit up feeling in my chest that comes when I'm joyful, when I'm loving nature around me, when I'm loving going to work to see clients. And it's just a particular feeling of like yayness. So just see how you feel when you go into the self-love, when you go into this part of yourself you like or love. What do you feel? If you're visual, you might see the pastel colors light up, fluff up the clouds in your field, but it's probably going to be a sensation. Good. This is the good stuff that we want to enhance, where you like and love yourself and delight in yourself and celebrate the great things that you do and say and how you are in the world and how you are with others. The more vitality, health, and charge you bring to this level of your field. Okay, now let's briefly go visit an area where it feels heavy, like where the clouds of pastel colors in this level have gotten dense, heavy, stuck, unmoving, blocked. Just feel for an area of your body that doesn't feel so good, and just focus in, bring your curiosity to that area. So go into this upper middle back spot that's pretty stiff this morning. You can just ask, is there some part of me back here that is not feeling so good about itself? Is there a bad feeling I'm having about myself? Oh yeah, I can feel that. I'm like, oh damn, this is going to get real personal real quick. As it always does when we go into the energy field. And there's no hiding when you go into the levels of your aura, which is why when I work with you in healing, this is how we get to this deeper layer of what you maybe missed in traditional therapy, right? Because I can see your energy field. I perceive it. I don't see it visually, but so this whole different level of what's unfolding becomes available, and we teach you how to drop into it and attune to it and feel it and include it. So can you approach this area that's a little more blocked, heavy? Can you bring a quality of gentleness, even like almost as you feel like you approach it with your awareness of sensation, you're coming in and feeling it? Can you do that with great gentleness? Interesting. Got a burp of energy movement even as I did that. Because it's a part of you that's hurting, right? It's a part of you that's hurting emotionally, that could even be in self-hatred or not feeling good about yourself. So you want to touch it with great compassion and gentleness. Interesting. There's a bit of loosening in my low back even as I do that. Interesting. I mean, you'd think I know this stuff after 26 years of work, but it's just fresh every moment that I go into my own energy field, right? It's what's here in this moment. Our auric field, we have habits that can be deeply ingrained. Our habitual ways that we allow our light to come out and that we distort our energy field. These become the sort of difficult patterns in our lives. But there's also the responsiveness, the moment-to-moment responsiveness to every thought, every feeling, every experience, every interaction through our day. This is what in my healing lineage we call psychodynamics. Just means that responsiveness of thought, feeling, experience in your energy field. It's very dynamic. and it expresses what you're thinking, feeling, experiencing. Yeah, I feel like I'm sort of coming in and bringing a soothing, comforting presence to this part of me that is darker and heavier. What's happening for you? Are you able to stay present with a place in your body, in your emotional body that feels heavy and dense? Are you able to approach it with gentleness? When you bring that quality of attention, attunement, and love, does anything change? You might even be getting the emotional content that's held there, right? The particular feeling, sometimes even a memory experience of how that got there. As that energy starts to animate and unpack what we call the content, you start to sort of unfold the painful experiences, present or past, that kind of put that block in there. Let's go one little step deeper today. We'll work a little longer today. And this is a process I use all the time, almost every session with my clients. But going into that emotional block, can you ask it if it's about something that maybe happened at a particular age for you? Can you ask that blocked consciousness, yeah, to show you like how old you were when that got stuck in there? Just ask it to show you. Sometimes you'll just start to get a sense of a certain age in yourself. Like you'll feel like you're 5, or you'll feel like you're 7, or you feel like you're 12. Or if you're visual, you might see little you, younger you. Usually happens quite quickly when I work with people. You can see if you can get there today. Just trust whatever comes up right away. I'm getting that I'm 7. I'm not seeing anything, but it just sort of this feeling of like, okay, so I get curious. I'm like, oh, what happened when I was 7 years old? Okay, now it starts to animate for me in my body. There's this feeling of frustration, like I'm struggling to do something and I'm frustrated with it. It's like a feeling of a push of frustration, a bit of a strain in my back. What are you noticing as you tune into what might be stuck in your emotional body? And then the way you begin to shift that, the way you bring love, the self-love, is imagine your adult self approaching, connecting with, maybe going down to sit with this younger part of yourself. Can you bring an emotionally attuned, present, compassionate adult yourself? You bring that consciousness in to connect with this younger part of your consciousness that's sitting blocked in your field at a certain age. I just do this visually, where I just literally imagine myself sitting down next to or connecting in some way that feels right with this part of myself. And actually, I'm going to resonate with this younger part of myself by saying back to her what I think she's feeling. I'm just going to say to her, hey, are you feeling so frustrated right now with something that you're really wanting to do, but it feels like you can't? And then feel for a sensation shift, which also indicates a slight energy shift in your field. Right. If that is helping you, continue on with that visualization. Hang out with your inner child. Hang out with this emotional part of yourself that has gotten stuck or has some heaviness that is making the pastel clouds on this level of your emotional body heavy, thick, dense, unmoving. That's consciousness that needs to be unpacked, felt, and brought back into the self-love, into the kindness, into the compassion, into the welcoming of those feelings. I hope you find this practice helpful. And if you feel like there's a lot of difficult feelings, hard feelings, painful feelings that you need to unpack on this level, that blockages that you sense, oh my gosh, I need to unpack on this level, because you may have a lot of childhood trauma. Maybe there's a few particularly overwhelming experiences or traumas that you know are still living in your body, living in your energy field that you haven't been able to move through and heal. This is exactly what I do with people in my one-to-one healing practice. We do a lot of starting by diving into the body sensations to ground you, to settle you, and to come out of the head, out of the thinking about it, trying to work it out, and where it lives inside of you, and then into these emotions and these experiences in the past that in a sense you haven't been able to digest. So the energies become stuck and blocked, and it's sitting there still vibrating trauma, fear, pain, grief. We start to unpack and let those unfold and transform and shift out and heal, because when we fully unfold and digest one of these blocks on the emotional body level, it turns back into flowing colors of pastel. So more vitality, more energy, more good feelings about yourself. So I welcome you to reach out to me if it feels like you're ready to do that kind of one-on-one work.